Hi, welcome to Unit 5 video conference with Fatima and Ashley from Team 2. We're excited to be here with you guys today. I read the 2016-2017 K through 12 Horizon reports. Fatima?
And I read the 2017 Technology Outlook for Nordic Schools.
Okay, so we'll start by talking about how the Horizon reports related to Standard 5 for teachers, which is engaging in professional growth and leadership. Part of my article was about rethinking how schools work and trend-wise, and I felt like this really hit the point because it talked about how projects, challenges based, competency-based learning, project-based learning, all call for school structure to change. And in order for that to happen, teachers need professional development that leads us there. So I felt like that was a direct correlation. It also discussed students and teachers co-designing curriculum, which I think is fascinating, and look forward to you reading more about that and actually applying it in my own classroom.
Oh, very good, very nice. So I feel like the Nordic schools, well, my article was like sort of going in the direction of yours and sort of like changing, the curriculum to more reflect this new age, I guess, of adaptive learning and adjusting to a learner's interaction and like how a student performs in the classroom. Mm-hmm. So I think it was similar to yours.
Awesome. Cool. Next, we'll talk about how Standard 4 for coaching related to the Horizon reports, which was professional development and program evaluation. Part of my article talked about collaborative learning, and I felt like this really hit the nail on the head as far as coaching goes, because it discussed evaluating and training successful collaborative learning strategies. So, for example, leaders at a University Park campus embraced a strategy to cultivate a positive philosophy of collaboration within teacher administration, which they modeled for the students. And that way, the students were able to, in turn, follow that model within their classroom. So I felt like it was a cool way to think about coaching, as far as you can use the coach from your admin team to model that.
Yeah, that's really interesting. For my article that I read, it was more about teaching, or the coaches teaching or equipping the teachers with, the article had mentioned mixed reality, which is kind of like somewhere, I guess, between technology and like our actual physical reality, and kind of finding an intersection between both, and kind of like teaching educators, like coaches teaching educators how to teach the kids in these sort of environments.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
very cool. Very cool. And then for our last standard, it was for coaching again, and it was Standard 6, content, knowledge, and professional growth. Part of my article talked about deeper learning approaches, which were discussing allowing flexibility for students to experiment with various technology platforms and tools depending on what their interest was. And I thought that this related to coaching, as far as that's where a lot of our PD comes from. So coaching can lead us to those platforms. And I thought it was a great way to, again, model that relationship for kids.
Yeah, and I think I had something like, sort of similar with the Nordic schools, where it talked about adaptive learning and adjusting to, or anticipating what content the students would need, and how at a specific point in time, and kind of adjusting to learners' interactions and demonstrate performance levels. So I kind of feel like it relates in that way as coaches preparing educators.
Very cool. I think it's really interesting what you've been able to share from the Nordic articles. I really like that.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of like reading about the other like international schools.
Yeah.
And what they're doing, it was just really like eye-opening to see what they're doing. They're really, like, I guess, progressive, or on the forefront of education.
Yeah, I agree. So cool. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm going to stop this recording.